Yo, what is going on, guys? Here, my name is Man, and today I got for you my farming strategy guide for Clash of Clans. Now, I'm going to be going over 3 farming attack strategies that will ensure you the best amount of loot. These are the top 3 farming strategies used by Clashers today, and they're really effective, and they have their reasons why they are. So what we're going to be going through is we're going to run through 2 different styles of raids. The mass army attack, where you're going for resources, and the just straight out go for those elixir collectors or those storages raids. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to show you my personal attack log, and this is off of your resource raids. These are the kind of raids you're going to get. Yeah, that was actually an insane raid right there. It was just basically all resources. But this is an example of your mass army strategy, and this is the particular b.a.m strategy, which is barbarians, archers, and minions. Usually these mass army strategies are going to be compiled of either barbarians, archers, minions, and goblins. You're not going to have anything like giants, because you're basically trying to get as many troops as you can for the least amount of cost. So you're not going to be going ahead and cooking up a P.E.K.K.A. or cooking up a healer or anything like that. You're going to be using small, cost-effective troops such as barbarians, archers, goblins, and if we can get over to the minions, and they're just meant to go ahead and pick off those collectors or those resources. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go over and show you one of these raids. Let's go ahead, let's just show you, I think some of these actually did get to the storages, so what I'm trying to find are some resource raids. This is actually probably not as much, but as you can see, this is the kind of raids you're going to want to be looking for. You're going to want to be looking for these over here, these kind of collectors, the ones that have all that gold in them. Those are the kind of ones you're going to want to go for, because you can pick those off usually on the outside or these really easy bases. They provide a ton of loot, and you're not really going for the storages unless the storage is on the outskirts of the map or the clan or the village or anything like that. Just because this army composition isn't strong enough really to penetrate the core of a base, besides this really underleveled base, this strategy is mainly used to pick off the outsides. So I'm going to go ahead, I want to just show you a resource kind of raid like that, and we're going to go ahead and see if we can find one that's like total resource. This one probably is going to be one of those. I'm going to go ahead and see if this one is one. This one probably should be. Yeah, this one kind of is. As you can see, these resources are on the outside, and that's what you're going for. You're trying to get just these resources. You don't really have to worry about the storages. You're just mainly going for these collectors, and that gets you a ton of loot. They can hold up to 450,000 gold. I actually came across a raid. I want to go ahead and show you that in the attack strategy over here. I came across a little loot grab of over 450,000 of each. That's 900k in total of resources, and that was just straight collector raids. I didn't even attack these storages. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and give you an example and go ahead and find a raid real quick. I'll be back when I find one that looks like one of the raids you're gonna want to find. Alright guys, so here's one of those raids that you should be able to get to the core of the base, because the walls are way under leveled, his wizard towers are as well. So we're going to go ahead and get this guy, and we're going to totally dominate him. You might need to bring one of your heal spells because those are really effective, but it should be really easy overall. So I'm going to go ahead and place some barbarians down. I just like to create a little layer of barbarians just to come in and be the meat sticks, and so their defenses aren't really focused on your archer towers. Now, one of the big kryptonites of this thing are your wizard towers and your mortars going against this base. That can really do bad for this, just because they're real high splash damage troops. One thing you do notice is these over here, though, the air defenses are currently unoccupied, so I can go ahead and throw these bad boys in. Actually, no, I can't, because they're about to get destroyed by that seeking air mine. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and throw those bad boys in. Those are your minions are gonna be your guys that get you to the loot. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get to the core right here. I'm gonna send in all my last troops, and then I'm gonna go ahead and place a heal spell right into the core, because these big, splash damage things are going ahead and trying to take these up. So I pretty much got all the loot I could ever want. I didn't get it from the collectors. You're going to be wanting to find those collector raids. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know what collector raids are, but I kind of wanted to show you a different variant. So yeah, this was an easy, actually probably a 3-star if I really wanted to, but you really don't need stars when you're farming. You're just trying to go ahead and get all that loot. Usually 200k plus is where you're going to want to be looking for with this. Sometimes 150k if it doesn't really work out. Usually it takes about 15 minutes to cook up. I'll go ahead and show you how long it takes to cook up. You're going to want to just do 20 troops on each, so that's 40 total. It takes about 15 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and cook up my next army that I want to show you, but it doesn't take that long at all. It's really cost effective, and the main goal of this is to get in and get out. What you're trying to do is you're trying to go ahead and get those raids over with really fast, not search very long, but your main objective is to just get some really fast raids. And this is the raid composition where you're going to want to boost your barracks, because if you can do that, if you can stay on for 2 hours straight and use this army strategy, you can get millions of loot extremely fast. If you ever go watch a guy named Wiggy, he did a whole article about this, or a YouTube video about this on this particular strategy, b.a.m, and it's really good and in-depth, so I'd recommend going and trying that out. For the next army composition, if you're not really into that whole get in and get out thing, you might not have all the time in the world or be able to spend 2 hours in a row clashing, I definitely recommend this setup right here. And it's actually, I only have 3 barracks, so I'm gonna have to show you something different, just for the fact that it kind of sucks. So yeah, it's basically 10 wall breakers, 12 giants. If I can go ahead, let's see if I can get these bad boys all cooked up. 12 giants. Actually, I think it's more on the lines of to where you can get to 100. Let's see if we can get there. There we go. And then the rest are going to be your barbarians and archers. So we're going to go ahead and do 10 or 40 barbarians. So that should be something on the lines of that, maybe. Yeah, it's just 15. I can't really show you the exact army composition because, like I said, I only have 10 of those. And you're going to want to do 60 archers after that. Now this can be varianted in all sorts of ways. You know, some people do like they personally prefer going ahead and using less giants and more archers and barbarians. I personally like to use a ton of wall breakers, a ton of giants, because they're the meat sticks and they're hard to get down, and they're just pests. They're just straight up pests. That's all I like to say about them. Usually this army composition takes about 18 minutes to make, but it's taken me 20 or 30 minutes just for the fact that I only have 3 barracks. You can spread it out a lot better. You know, you can use anything from 5 giants to 20 giants or 25 giants. It all depends on what your personal preference is. I just like to use about, I think it's on the lines of 16 giants and 10 wall breakers. That makes an even 50-50 split between the giants and wall breakers and the barbarians and archers. It's just something I personally prefer because the wall breakers can break into the base a little bit more. So this army strategy is not like the other one. You're not going for those collector raids. You're not going for really fast raids. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get into this guy's core. So the main objective of this is to get into to get these storages. These are storage raids. The last one were kind of under-leveled storage raids or resource raids. So I'm gonna come back. Actually, I'll probably just gem these right here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just gem them. Should be pretty simple. You know, I'm wasting all my gems, but hey, I got gems to spare. Yeah, so this is basically the army composition right here. It's gonna be 16 giants, 40 barbarians, 60 archers, and 10 wall breakers. You can adjust that however you'd like. Maybe you want 12 giants, 10 giants, and adjust them from there on out. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go show you a live raid, and it's basically gonna show you what you're gonna want to do, how you're gonna want to go about and find the right bases. So I'll see you when we're there. Alright guys, so I came across this base, and this would have been the perfect base for barbarians, archers, and minion strategy, but we're gonna go ahead and show you can use this strategy also with these giants, wall breakers, archers, and barbarians. This is an absolutely awesome raid. It's about 320k loot. What we're going to do is we're going to attack from the bottom, and then we're going to get these storages or these collectors and mines all by themselves using the archers and barbarians. So I'm going to go ahead and lead with my giants. Go ahead and do that. Check for clan castles if you have to. If they're not there, I kind of made that mistake. Throw in a few wall breakers. See what you can do right there. and then go ahead and lead in with your barbarians right after that. Make like a little wall of barbarians, just like you did with barbarians and archers. Be sure to have some heal spells on board. We're going to go ahead and send in some more wall breakers, see what they can do, and then we're going to try to get them to the core. You're trying to get these wall breakers to the core so that your giants will go in there really effectively. We're going to go ahead and place that heal spell right there. And now what you're going to want to do is, if there's a loot in the collectors, go ahead and place your archers accordingly and your barbarians accordingly as well. So it's actually looking like a pretty good raid so far. Most of the defenses are really focused on those giants right now, so it's leaving room for the barbarians and archers to go and do their thing. We're gonna go ahead and lead in these last few archers or barbarians in here, and we're gonna throw in our king just to go ahead and see what we can do right there. So basically, your giants are used to be meat sticks and a shield, while your let's see what we actually have here. We actually have quite a few archers still left. Your giants are used as a meat stick, while your archers and barbarians are used to basically clear out the house and get all the loot you could ever want. Actually, he had a witch in there. That's pretty cool. Go clan! Yeah, so yeah, that's basically it. I got all the loot I could ever want. That was actually an awesome raid, and that was perfectly executed, I personally believe. And yeah, that's it right there. That's what you're going to want to look for, those kind of raids there. And we can go ahead and upgrade another wall. Whoop, whoop. So yeah, those are the two army compositions you're going to look forward to. The ones your mass army strategy, the ones like your barbarians and archers, your barcher strategy, your b.a.m, your barbarians, archers, goblins, things like that, you're going to want to be finding those abandoned town halls, and those are usually found at silver 1. That's actually the best one. I'm going to go ahead, I show you my war log, and that's pretty much what I've been getting for the past week and a half. 200k raids, a really good one is usually 300k, and I'll eventually come across a 400k about twice a week. It's pretty awesome loot down here for a town hall level 8. I'm not sure about town hall level 9, but you never know. I've seen that strategy work all the way up to about crystal 3. It's really no good at crystal 3, but I've seen people do it up there. So you're looking for those abandoned town halls, those really poorly built bases, and that's pretty much it where you're with that strategy. It's really used if you're on Clash a lot, and you personally raid quite a few times a day, because it's built for being on quite a bit, because the army composition only takes about 15 minutes to make. If you boost your barracks, it takes about 5 minutes to make, maybe about 4 minutes to make, and it's so effective. I definitely would recommend using that b.a.m strategy. For the second strategy, we're going to go ahead and show you the first two. That was the b.a.m strategy right there. For the second strategy is going to be your giants and your barbarians, archers, and wall breakers. That strategy is going to definitely be used for any kind of trophy level. It can be used for anything on the lines of abandoned town halls, or guys who are holding their loot and their storages. Maybe you come across a raid. You can come across raids all the way up to Champions League. Basically, you're not going to be using giants probably in Champions League, but if you're farming in crystal, if you're farming in high golds, you can definitely use that strategy. A lot of high town halls use those really good level 6 giants, and they just followed up by awesome level 6 archers and barbarians, and it really works effective. If you're on maybe once, twice, maybe once an hour, once a day, you're going to want to use this strategy. If you're on maybe a lot during the day, maybe twice, 3 times an hour, you're going to be wanting to use those high mass army raids. So yeah, this is used at any kind of trophy count. This is used at particularly the silver 1, the gold 2s, the gold 3s. Not really crystal 3. You can. It's not the most effective, but you know, you never know. Everyone has their own little money pit. If you guys, that's pretty much wraps up the video though, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like rating. I definitely would appreciate this. This was a well thought out guide and I wanted to show you the kind of bases you're going to find. Those raids, guys, in particular, they only took in total about 5 minutes to find. It took about 4 minutes to find the first one, and about 30 seconds it felt like to find the next one. So yeah, it all depends on your trophy count and the army compositions. I'm trying to give you guys the strategy for most success. Troops you do not want to use when you're raiding are going to be your mostly your wizards. Your healers are alright, sometimes you can use them, but your dragons, your P.E.K.K.A.s, your golems, your hog riders, your whatever these are, these Valkyries, your witches, those higher cost troops are going to be the ones you don't want to use because of the fact that you're trying to get a ton of loot, and if you use these huge, high elixir cost army compositions, you're not really gaining any elixir or anything out of it. So try to be as cost effective as possible. One more thing before I end off this video, if you guys are level 75 or above, come on and join my clan, Zenith. It's the new clan that we do for war raids. I know I had the clan Cranked, but that kind of evolved into Zenith because I took the best guys out of that clan and put them into this clan. Usually it's about 75 plus. I made exceptions for like Ehurst, All Days, and Lord Macduff. They got on the list because they're really loyal members and they're actually really good at raiding. We're actually 2-0 in our raids so far, so you have to be really active. I definitely would like to see you guys come down here. No rush town halls. I'm sorry if we decline you. That's usually just because we're trying to be a really good clan and keep some strict rules going on right here because yeah, it's the clan. That's how we work, and I'm actually at one of the bottom, so I might not be in this raid. It kind of sucks. So yeah, this is a really strict clan, but if you can do it, we actually have a good time. We talk a lot. There's a lot of fun guys on here. So yeah, that's basically about it. I want to thank you all guys for watching. I'll see you next time, and later.